Paul, I want to talk about top priorities. Paul, let's start with you. No question that you've got some things on the deck. You touched on 2022. What are those priorities looking like for this year and the coming year?
Yeah, so like John talked about, our ability to expand the availability of online on-demand computing resources globally is really important. Understanding data sovereignty laws and some of the constraints that and also the law of physics kind of does to us when it comes to access to cloud computing is really important. So understanding our on-premise architecture in context of an off-premise public resource is really important. So I see a lot of 22 focusing on truly what that hybrid architecture looks like and needs to look like for the DoD. And I think he understates it, just the value of DISA reorganizing themselves around the CCPO, the cloud initiative, as well as the on-premise initiative, that all of these resources need to be seen as kind of a pool of resources when we're starting to dive into the definition there. So I think there's going to be a lot of that investment, a lot of that collaboration. I also think in the flavor of zero trust, there's going to be a lot of work across the DoD when we start talking about identities and personas. Not just of people, which I think is the easy one that most people can wrap their heads around, but also the identities of our services, the applications, our data sets, not just the devices and the users that we're so accustomed to. Because I really don't think that any conversation around zero trust should be happening unless you're also talking about the data itself. Far too often I see zero trust focusing on people and devices and not caring about non-person entities and data, and I think that that's a foul. So I think there's going to be a lot of work around that, and I also think there's going to be a lot of work around now how do we extend kind of this software-defined ecosystem from a zero trust perspective, then globally on top of those cloud computing resources. That's where I kind of think the whole entire DoD is going to be focused in. For the Army specifically, we're trying to scale the value of cloud computing to the total Army, and so how might we is kind of the key question in the sense of delivering capabilities in a different way, leveraging cloud to its greatest extent. And we've put a number of enterprise contracts in place, and we've got a few more coming this year that'll really, from an acquisition perspective, put key tools into the hands of everyone across the United States Army, and dare I say across the DoD, when it comes to access to how we buy cloud computing, how we build and secure capabilities within the cloud, and then how we deliver data and services in a fundamentally different way, depending on whatever mission area we're in.